But in the instance of Envy, they will just have power. And I'm.
They got some knowledge as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they're really gonna. This game right here concerns me a little bit because McGravy went on Twitter the other day, and while this won't be a quote as long as the one that Puckett said for Effect, which, by the way, is that guy like a PR dude? Like, this is insane. Like, he should be hired for some PR agency. McGravy did say that they were kind of messing around a bit. I just don't know if you want to mess around in the final weeks here when the playoffs are on the line, X.
I mean, we'll see if they turn it around here against EnVyUs. I think in this matchup, you learn a lot more about EnVision than you do Envy. Envy has been so strong throughout Season 1 of Contenders. I know I don't really see them slowing down anytime soon. So we go to Lijiang Tower for map number 1. Our team's still trying to figure out what they're going to run here. As I do think, though, we will see. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if this happens, right? Envy has a good idea. Saini will run the Pharah Mercy combination here. You know, you'll have Fazix pick up the Mercy. Good to see Fazix back in play after surgery. He's missed the last 2 matches. Taimu with the Widowmaker here. We saw him use this earlier in Contender Season 1. Don't know if it was Friday, but we saw him used on Lijiang Tower, and he was able to pick up a few kills with it against the Pharah Mercy combo. So looks like that one we'll see off of the break here, and it's interesting that when you lose, I know Saini on the Diva, it's going to be the responsibilities going over to Jaru.
A lot of pressure here for Jaru, right? Jaru has been a little silent as of late, right? You know, the last game, the one with FNR GFE, just we didn't see the Jaru that we know and love. And here actually comes Jaru just charging straight forward here, but he's going to be dangerously low on health, and he will get DMEC as well as picked off here. Oh, actually, never mind. He is going to manage to stay alive. I thought he got the headshot on that, but regardless of the fact, though, they're able to DMEC Mickey on the other side here, and Taimu really not getting all that much out of this one.
He just can't get a good view on the Pharah. Like he's able to actually. Oh, it takes out McGravy. He takes out McGravy there with a nice headshot. The rest of his teammates, though, dead. Effect still on the point, doing Effect things. He will finally fall at the hands of Fire. So you do see a res coming in here from Fazix. You have Mickey now back on the point for Envy. The point still has not gone over to EnVision. So we now see, looks like Mickey will come out, and now it'll start to go over towards EnVision.
Yeah, and just say credit to Saini for not letting him have that vision, right? And, oh, wow, just to say that, come on, man. I mean, Jinx, Saini, he is gonna be sleeping with the fishes on that one. The beat is dropped just in the nick of time because it looked like Taimu was poised to be able to get the headshot on that one. And while that sound barrier was dropped, they haven't been able to get any kills just yet. They did lose Numlock there. And still, I mean, they are continuing to maintain control here and build up on percentage. So Envy haven't flipped it quite yet. But, you know, would you use the sound barrier there, X?
I mean, they use the sound barrier there just to stay alive around the corner. Now Fazix drops, and they're not going to have a second res here. So you do lose on both supports. But EnVision, I mean, the point is still in control of them, right? True. I mean, they're still building up percentage here. Not bad at all for EnVision.
Transcendence is going to come up for chips. They will have Harry Hook with the sound barrier when they need it, if they need it. They're able to take out 2 members of EnVision, tipping the odds in their favor. More fall at this point, but Fazix brings them right back.
Yeah, I thought I saw Fazix through the wall there. He's actually able to get the res, then get back onto the point. So this has still not gone over to EnVyUs. EnVision still in control of the point here. It's Effect trying to put some shots in, and Numlock working his way back towards the point. He finally will fall. And now you see EnVyUs in control of the point. They had to use a few ultimates there. You see Effect here with the Pulse Bomb. You see his stats on Tracer. He's just been absolutely nuts on this hero throughout Contender Season 1. You do have the sound barrier here for Envy, and I think the story for EnVision is you don't have any ults in this fight. Just try and get on the point, force some ults out of the side of EnVyUs.
Yeah, with that beat to work with there in Effect, I mean, he's just looking to make quick work of the tanks there. Goes right in with Coco as well, as Fazix is trying to keep his team alive. Just gets absolutely demolished on that one. And they're going to charge after this, get the full wipe, force them back, and there you have it. So now they're continuing to gain more, you know, again around 40%. This next engagement is going to happen around 50%. I can see Envy continuing to hold this.
And Envy didn't have to waste any of their support ults there. So all you had to use was the Pulse Bomb. You used Taimu's ultimate on the Widowmaker, and then you used your Primal Rage as well. So now coming in here, EnVision, you do have the sound barrier. They're going to use it to engage.
And Saini is just trying to displace him there. Sound barrier is going to come out, though. And now Taimu has the vision, is able to take out Saini in the air by Fazix.
Dude.
Oh, my word. That is just...
That's just filthy.
I know, man.
It's like EnVision, they use the sound barrier, they get Saney all up in the sky. And he's trying to put down shots on Taimu. Mickey does a good job actually flying up in his mech.
Yeah, and he pushed him back. I mean, you know, if Taimu was playing like a 76, he probably would have killed him, you know, as he was flying to him. But, you know, you just get that shot because he can do whatever he wants. What the hell, man? Taimu, my God, gets a headshot on the fire, my man. You're just going to have to wait this one out. Now we're at 90% X, and they got to make a push.
I mean, they have to go here. EnVy, they're able to hold on to their Transcendence all the way through this here. Fozix with the res. You're going to have Saney with the Rocket Barrage. See if Taimu can get a pick yet again.
They're going to have to... Okay, so the barrage comes through, taking out Coco as well as Effect. It's going to put some, you know, put the fight in their favor here as 6v4. Overtime's going to be playing out. Taimu's looking for the shot, though, but he will get forced back. Maybe they do concede this one for the time being, and you use the Transcendence there to stall, but you just didn't get really much out of that one. Now
you're
have control.
already at like 99% there, so you use the Transcendence. You don't get EnVision to use the Resurrection. All they have to use there is the Pulse Bomb and the Rocket Barrage. So now EnVision, they're actually going to be in a pretty decent spot here, Alex. You know, they have Taimu switch over to McCree, so he's going to move off the Widowmaker, but you're going to have a Sound Barrier at the end of this here for EnVision. You're going to have your Resurrection as well, so EnVision, a decent spot here to take first point. Nice shot there from Saney, landing a direct hit rocket onto Effect.
And I think this is the match that we all wanted to see, right? We wanted to see EnVision bring it to EnVy. This squad has been the Cinderella story throughout all of Contenders Season 1. And they're poised to be able to take a point here against EnVy as we go into overtime. So far, they still have that res to play around with. Now we're going to be in overtime here as Mickey will have his mech on the point. Sound barrier comes through for EnVision, though, but Fozix will fall. So you don't have the res here, but he fell so early in the fight that maybe he'll be able to come back and make an impact here. Sound barrier on the other side for EnVy, though. Saney's continuing to get kills in the sky as Pharah. A couple members here continuing to dance around, though. Numlock, he's going to fall. Do you get that miracle res here coming through from Fozix? Perhaps. No, you do not. So he's just going to hold this one back. The res comes through there, but they did make the flip happen, though. And now they're going to be right back in the action X.
Yeah, and Taimu's going to come off the spawn on the 76. So there goes both support ults for the side of EnVision. The Rocket Barrage comes down. Is able to get Mickey out of the mech. You're able to get rid of Coco as well. McGravy switches over to the Tracer. He's getting back onto the point.
They have
here.
bodies on the point. They have more bodies on the point. They might be able to do this one here, X. 99%, 99%. They just got to make this flip happen. But no, it will not happen as EnVy will get the first point. But my goodness, that was a brawl there at the end.
Yeah, EnVision came in with Fozix on the Mercy. They were able to get a 3-man res. Made it interesting, not able to take the point. We can take a look at some of the clips from Taimu on the Widowmaker throughout the first point here. So I thought Saney was very effective on the Pharah. Usually we see, once the opposing team, gets the point, we see the Pharah go away. Saw him stick with the Pharah throughout the entire game there. Was able to put some nice rockets down, some nice damage. Not enough to take that first point. Going into the second point here, being Control Center on Lijiang Tower. EnVision, they'll change some things up. Looks like they're going to run with the triple tank comp because we saw EnVyUs on this map the other day. They did put Taimu on the Junkrat. He's going to run it here yet again.
And that will bring out the triple tank, which if EnVision, it seems as if they have done their homework. Looking to just keep themselves alive, get a lot of protection there as well with the bubble as well as the defense matrix. But Taimu, though, oftentimes has been very clinical with this Junkrat there, which is kind of crazy considering the kind of, hero that Junkrat is. And so far, so good for EnVy as they managed to clear out the Diva mech as well as the Zarya. And that's going to give them control here of Control Center.
Yeah, and Taimu with those mines, obviously you're able to do a decent amount of damage, but it just kind of like throws players everywhere, separates some of the players for EnVision, forces one of the players down towards the point. EnVy able to deal with that pretty quickly. Fazix is already with the 3 tanks is built up to a nano boost here. Taimu, though, takes him out before he can use it.
Yeah, you already lose the support. You see the backpedaling coming through. Bye-bye, Diva. And that just will be EnVy wiping the floor with EnVision. And here we go now. Oh, dear Lord. And he could just put this on the wall and it won't burn. He's going to put this on top of the shuttle. No, they know. They have to know. Surely they know. Surely they know.
Everyone just sitting in
okay.
All right, they knew.
I mean, like, you hear it, like, just making all this noise.
It buys them some time, EnVyUs.
Yeah.
Obviously, EnVision not able to go out of the spawn. Coco here does have an Earth Shadow. They're going to use the Nano Boost onto Mickey, as he is pretty charged up. Effect here on the McCree. He'll just throw down some more damage.
He's just standing still. He's like, just please, just end it right now.
He's like, well, I know what's going to happen. You may as well just make it happen. So now they use the grab there. They use the Nano Boost. Now you still have your Earth Shatter. You're going to have a Deadeye. You're going to have another Riptire. And you're going to have a Sound Barrier here for EnVyUs. Taimu takes out McGravy here right at the start of the next fight. So you will not have McGravy. Maybe. It's just, they have not,
yep,
the Junkrat. The Junkrat has just had such great area denial, just through the front door that they try and go around the left-hand side, forces everybody now back.
Look at the
the spawn here is EnVyUs already up to 81%.
This is crazy.
So they do get a Sound Barrier here. I think the Earth Shadows will be huge in this next fight.
Let's see if they're going to be able to use it. Oh, there goes the Earth Shatter. Lands a couple. There's Effect with the Deadeye onto Fozzik. Sound Barrier comes through for Envy, actually on both sides. As a matter of fact, but Numlock, he's going to be dangerously close and has to prioritize, keep himself alive here. They do have a body on the point for the time being, though. They're trying to make the flip happen. But Envy, they're picking up the kills, and that will essentially shut down the dream of winning Lijiang Tower for EnVision. Envy will get it. 2-0 here.
The spam with the Junkrat through the main door.
Full control.
EnVision, they try and go towards the high side. You get a pick from Taimu yet again on the Junkrat and forces them back towards the middle. You never saw EnVision outside of that first point even get close to getting towards the point.
And you think about, too, what the Riptire can do, right? Because how long do you have on a Riptire? Like 10 seconds, I believe? Or
it's like 8 or 9 seconds.
Yeah, okay, so around that time frame, and you hear the Riptire come out. At that point, everyone, they're turtling now because they're just like, geez, I don't want to get blown up here by, a junker tire.
And he just holds it above the spawn.
He holds it above the spawn, holds it
bottom.
underneath, right? You're looking at 20%-ish gain. That's a lot of percentage gain when you're holding that point. So, and at that point, you have no one doing anything.
And it pushes them so far back that then at that point, they have to walk towards the door.
Exactly. So you're looking at maybe like 35%,
You have a grab,
40%.
you have a nano, you also have to deal with the Junkrat spam still through the door. It was just very difficult for EnVision to deal with. They don't deal with it at all, so they lose Lijiang Tower.
Interested to see who, going into playoffs, will be able to figure that one out, because right now it seems to be like the great puzzle. But that being said, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we will have map number 2. Let's see where EnVision decide to take us here as we get ready. Can they pick one off? Can they get a win on the board? It's going to be a very big one if they're able to make that one happen. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, everyone, we're here for game number 2, and it seems like we're going to be going over to Kings Row, Bren's hometown, and Josh's hometown as well. Two very depressing individuals living in a rather dark and moody place.
Really quick. I actually find London to be a
well,
fantastic
this is Josh's
city.
last day here, so I want to, like, rib him as much as possible before he goes.
Oh, I've had a lot of fun with Sideshow. He's a funny guy. So we do go into Kings Row. It's interesting. EnVision, they were not able to take that first map. We actually saw Control Center being taken by FNRGFE the other day, the way they combated the Junkrat from EnVyUs.
Seems like that's the only
with
solution.
With a Junkrat of their own.
Right,
if you
just
remember,
Junkrat to Junkrat.
Yeah, Buds was really effective on the Junkrat for FNRGFE. Coming into this game on Kings Row, this is where we saw Envy take advantage of the opposing team's Junkrat, because what they did is they put effect on the Zarya, and they ran that triple tank composition. So I'm interested to see, I know from either side, I know whether that comes out. We can get in the game. It'll be EnVyUs on defense first. We'll get a look and see what they decide to run. It looks like Coco will be running Ryan, Chips on the Ana, and then Harry on Lucio. Nothing else seems to be decided just yet. And then it will be EnVision on the offensive side of things. We can get those things flipped for you guys. EnVision is on offense, EnVyUs on defense here. So,
in the blue.
Yep, they will be. EnVyUs will be in blue.
Yeah.
Good observation there, Alex.
I'm
they will
just
be on defense.
saying it. You know, that's all I'm doing is just emphasizing the blue.
So, Taimu on the Mercy right now. I imagine.
I think he could pull it off.
We see him switch up. Yep, there it is. He's going to go and play Junkrat. We'll see if EnVision goes with this. So usually when they don't have Sani on the Diva, we've seen it be Jaru. This time Jaru will go Genji, and they'll bring out a triple tank comp of their own. So interested to see how EnVision plays around this. Taimu actually switches over at the last minute. He does not play Junkrat, so he's going to play 76. So you're going to have a ton of damage coming out from Taimu on the 76, effect on the McCree.
Yeah, and they also don't need to worry about that Tracer diving into the back lines here for EnVision with Jaru on the Genji. Good to see Jaru, though, on the Genji. He has performed very well on this hero in the past.
But it's going to be hard, because now Effect is just going to kind of play around Chips, and the supports, he's going to be able to protect them, and then you're going to have Taimu just laying down damage on everybody else. Yep. McGravy already getting demech'd here. Jaru will fall at the hands of Mickey. The kills going in favor of EnVyUs.
And you'd mentioned the damage coming out of Taimu, so it's no surprise to see him pop up on the kill feed first.
Well, you would think with the comp that EnVision is running, they fully expected the Junkrat.
Well, given also how Taimu played, and Taimu tends to just do Taimu things, so I don't blame him for anticipating that.
No, I agree. And look at the play. So it looked like you had Effect just kind of sitting there waiting. Maybe Jaru would have pushed up on Taimu on the high ground. He would have got hit with a flash there, but Effect now falls down towards the point as the pressure is coming in from EnVision up on the high ground. And, he's going on a very long
This
flank
is
here.
like the widest of flanks. The flankiest of flanks ever flanked before. And there goes the Deadeye. He almost had 3. Gets slept, though, by Phozix. I mean, that could have been pretty dangerous there. He had, it was so close. He had 3 skulls pop up there, but he just didn't have the shot quite yet, though. And they are able to get the kill onto Effect, so that's going to give them the 65. And now it's going to be Taimu with that tactical visor as he pushes forward here. Nano visor now, as a matter of fact. McGravy very low. And that is basically going to be a shutdown there onto the Diva, and a really shutdown to this push when you think about it.
A self-destruct and an Earth Shatter comes out from EnVyUs. EnVision also going to use a sound barrier. Now Jaru is going to pull out the Dragon Blade plus the Nano here. He's able to slice right through Effect as Effect comes back, spawning in as Doomfist as the kills start to come in for EnVision. They get on the point. Numlock does have an Earth Shatter. You're going to have Sani very close here to a grab, as will be Coco taking out Sani. So you're not going to have that grab here. It's going to be on Numlock to land an Earth Shatter.
And in this particular fight, I was very much thinking that they were going to peel back and then wait for at least one more member, but EnVision going right into this fight, though. And now you're starting to see as things kind of fall apart here. They get aggressive. They don't really have much to keep them alive as well, and that is going to be the end of this push finally, but they are able to get 2 ticks out of it. So, well worth there at the very least.
Yeah, they get the second tick. Numlock doesn't connect with anything there, with the Earth Shatter completely blocked by Coco, and then they use their sound barrier and push on through. In the next fight for EnVision, you already have Jaru up to basically another Dragon Blade, and you're going to have Sani with a grab. They need to land a big grab Coco, though, still has that Earth Shatter, so potentially they get caught in the grab. Coco lands an Earth
Pop
Shatter.
up right behind him.
Yes. We'll see. Chips also with the Nano Boost. We'll see if that comes into
And
play.
they let him have the hotel because of this right here. Here comes the Nano Visor. Jaru with the blade. They're looking to even it out here. Taimu, while he does get a kill onto Jaru, it's really just prompting them to have to turn around. Diva Bomb comes through, though, and it will be EnVision able to take out some of those tanks now. And they are poised to cap point B. You're going to have Taimu in the back, and it was a sound play from EnVision there. They took the freedom, right? The freebie, I should say. They took the freebie. They went to the hotel. They were like, okay, they're giving this up for free. And then Taimu was there. But ultimately, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, they didn't have the Dragon Blade to combine with the Graviton Surge, but McGravy launches a nice self-destruct as soon as Coco falls. Then they don't have any shield to block it. Okay, so here's some interesting changes, Alex. So Jaru goes back to the spawn, moves off of the Genji. He'll go to Doomfist. Now EnVyUs, they'll have Taimu go over to the Pharah here, which will be pretty effective because they don't really have any hit scan to get it out of the sky.
We'll see how Time will play this one out, because so far, with 2 kills here, EnVision, they have the upper hand in the fight. And you also see the attention being taken away. There goes the Meteor Strike coming from Effect, who was able to kill Kha'Zix on that play. Jaru now with the Doomfist, starting to see this one come out again, and the shield stopping those rockets from connecting. And Mickey on the Winston.
He pops his Primal Rage, but he's forced to back up. So he stays alive. And I mean, you do have the rest of EnVyUs coming off of the respawn here, so if he doesn't get staggered out, Mickey puts a lot of damage down here on the Sani. He's going to be able to take him out. Jaru takes out Effect, so you lose him on the Doomfist at the beginning, but Taimu's just getting a ton of free damage here on the Pharah. They're just letting him be. It's really going to be on McGravy to eat a lot of that up with the Defense Matrix.
Still, though, they're making a little bit of progress with the payload. If Jaru can get another big hit here, we'll see. They are able to knock down Coco. You also have that Diva Bomb come through, and that will give you the triple there from McGravy.
That is such a sick sleep dart, though, coming in from Kha'Zix. I don't know if you caught it.
Yeah.
Taimu gets the effects of the Nano Boost. They had already used the Sound Barrier, and he has his Barrage, and he gets taken out right from the sky. Kha'Zix with a nice sleep dart there on a Taimu.
Man, I tell you, for EnVision, when it looks like they want to disengage, they bait out EnVyUs, and then they just go right back into it there, and it's been really EnVision. I would say I'm really tipping my hat to them here, because so far they've been playing pretty solid.
Effect will stay on Doomfist. Jaru picks up Coco there. As Coco uses the Earth Shatter, Numlock gets the effects of the Nano Boost, not able to really make anything work with it. Taimu switches over to Widowmaker. He's able to get one. The payload, though, still moving here as Mickey goes to the high ground, puts down some damage. Now going to get down onto the cart. We'll see how Effect decides to use this Meteor Strike. You're going to have some ults here for Envy. You have Taimu on the Widowmaker here, just putting down some nice damage. Jaru's going to switch off a Doomfist. He's going to go to 76.
Want to get that damage behind that Reinhardt shield there. Look for them to use the Sound Barrier unless Taimu can get the kill, but they're going to force him back, though. Diva right in the face of Widowmaker. But 2 kills, or at the very least, you demech the Diva. So 2 kills as well as the demech. Now members of EnVision starting to fall. Envy do not put the Sound Barrier into that fight, though. I think they were just seeing what they can get out of Envy in that push.
It is kind of crazy to see that when Taimu goes over the Widowmaker, like how much the other team needs to dedicate players to take him out.
Yeah.
Like, you needed to get McGravy up there. You need to have Jaru try and put down some damage. And he actually lands a nice shot into McGravy, gets him pretty weak, then falls back, and Effect comes in and cleans him up. Now for the next fight, you see it'll be an Earth Shatter coming in from Coco as soon as the grab comes down. Now it's going to be the Sound Barrier coming in from the side of EnVision. They're trying to get aggressive. It'll be Jaru falling first. Now they invest a Nano Boost into this as well. EnVision, they invest a lot of ultimates in here, and they're still back by their spawn.
That was the push that they wanted to make happen there. Maybe even combo it with the Diva Bomb.
It was a great Earth Shatter from Coco, like right as that grab went down. And they decide to invest some more ultimates, and then it was a great disengage that came in from Envy.
Just heard the Earth Shatter come through from Numlock there.
You had to use it to basically get out of your spawn.
Yeah, because you're just getting pressured.
There's only 29 seconds left, and you just have Sani move over to the 76. He falls instantly as soon as they say that. And Jaru, he is now playing Genji, so you don't have any of your support ults. You don't have your Earth Shatter here It's a nice sleep on a Coco as he gets the effects of the nano boost, but EnVy, you do have the Meteor Strike for zoning, and you do have your sound barrier here as soon as EnVision gets over towards that payload.
Well, there goes the Diva Bomb. He's looking for the Diva too to see if he can get the hit. So close, he gets the kill onto McGravy, so no more Diva there. He was seeking it out, looking for the opportunity, and they'll still have that Meteor Strike as well. I think that was a Boostio there too.
It was.
And that's going to be 4 down. And the chips fall here as EnVy managed to hold. And you know what? Like, that game, EnVision, they were looking really solid, right? But then EnVy just at the...
It's the one fight where they used...
When
they used the grav, the nano boost in the sound barrier, and they don't get anything, and then they're forced to kind of change off some of those heroes, and then they leave themselves at no time to build up some ultimates. That's where the game went over towards EnVyUs.
Just felt like, you know, EnVision had control, and EnVy ripped it away from them. But now, at 2 points, some progress made on point C, or on the point B, you know, the final point or whatever. Point C, we'll just go with that one. Little brain fart there, but we'll see what EnVy could do now.
And I think you saw EnVision look much better there, and you saw the effects that Jaru can have when playing Genji or Doomfist. Those have been his 2 best heroes throughout Season 1.
I also do want to give credit to Coco as well. His Reinhardt play.
Coco's Reinhardt plays very good.
Yeah, it's what the Des was talking about before, right? He looks for the prime opportunity to use his abilities.
It's not flashy, right? I
no,
mean,
it's not at all.
It's not like
reinforced
it's
level.
not. I was gonna say that. It's not. It's
Took
not
it from you.
It's not Johnny level where he's just charging through like 3-4 people. He's swinging the hammer like a madman. It's a little bit more calculated. Love you, Johnny. See what EnVy decides to do on offense. Effect on the Tracer. This looks like what they're going to go with. Taimu on the Hanzo here at the beginning. Hanzo very good on King's Row on the first point. And Effect actually will not play Tracer, so he'll play Zarya.
Boy.
So you have some really nice combo potential here. Fire is
They're just showing it to him. He's like,
playing
yeah,
with Fire.
okay.
Yep, you're going to do that.
You're going to do it. All right, I respect it.
How epic would it be if he just picks him off out of the... Okay, he gets around the corner. It would have been pretty
more
epic.
than Agility's getting the kill yesterday?
Nothing will pass that, I
That's
think.
one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Now that Effect is going to be on the Zarya, this gives me some pause here if you're EnVision, because he was so good on this hero last time.
And I'd love to see from, Taimu's POV here what he can get going on the Hanzo. You heard Jaru there lining up a Rocket Punch. Doesn't decide to dive in deep as Taimu going to gain some vision here. Get some nice shots into McGravy, getting him very low on the Diva. This, Hanzo really great at, breaking the shield of Reinhardt, and then obviously you can put a ton of damage down on the Diva. Just runs right up the Jaru, gives him a little poke there. So you have Taimu getting close to his ultimate, you have Effect getting close to theirs, and it finally breaks here as it seemed like EnVision, eventually it was just going to crumble. And there it does happen.
They just had too many things that they had to worry about, right? You can't expose yourself because Taimu would punish you. You have Coco playing around that shield so well. And then Effect just continuing to, look at him. He just charges forward to get more charge.
So you have a grab here plus a Dragon Strike to use right at the corner. So
this is the quick play combo here, the quick play special, I like to call it. Here we go. Here comes the Dragon Strike. He can't block it. I'm anticipating it. No, he used it, but I don't see where it went.
I did not see the Dragon Strike come out.
I'm going crazy
The only thing
here.
I can think of is if he was extremely... Well, you see how far back Taimu is? The only thing I can think of is if you're really close there, before it actually turns into the Dragon, it could get eaten up by McGravy. But it did not get a look there.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see that. If we had a
yeah.
replay, just see what happened with that Dragon Strike. That's the only thing I can imagine. If he's right on the wall, right, the grab is so close to the wall that maybe he was able to eat it up. So I did not see the effects of that combo come through. It's a big Earth Shatter, though, that comes in from Coco. Then they throw over the self-destruct from Mickey. And now it starts to go in EnVyUs' favor. Still did not have to use any of their support ults.
EnVy in full control right now. EnVy and the rest of the team here, the rest of the crew, just continuing to apply the pressure onto EnVision. Really building off of the momentum that they had from that defensive hold here. With 4 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock, they will have some support ults to work with, X.
They'll have the Nano, they'll have the Sound Barrier, a lot of ults on the side of EnVision. You could see Space Jam combo here. Saini with the Graviton Surge. You have Jaru with the Meteor Strike. They're going to launch the self-destruct in as they try and get Coco weak. Now it's going to be the sound barrier that comes in from EnVy. Sound barrier from both teams. That's a big grab coming in. You see the Dragon Strike as well. Jaru connects with one with the Meteor Strike. And then you see it's going to be a grab that comes in from EnVy. EnVy's still in this fight.
Yeah, and he, Timu shot that Dragon Strike there as soon as he got it and just did not have that option. He just did not combo that very well. And it's a little odd how they're going about it. I mean, maybe he just wanted to get rid of it, figuring that McGravy was, kind of distracted there.
They have the grab down, just trying to connect with a few players inside of the grab from that right-hand side, like kind of across through the cart.
Yeah, but it missed. It didn't really like catch the target there.
And I mean, now he switches over to McCree. So you see the nano boost coming in here onto Numlocked as they're trying to get aggressive. Mickey just getting beat up. Harry Hook getting caught out here as well as Jaru trying to finish these players off. EnVy still holding on. You do have a nano boost for the side of EnVyUs, and you're going to see Fire drop here quick. He's building up towards that sound barrier. Now EnVision, you have no ultimates. EnVy does have a Deadeye, and you're going to see the nano boost go over to effect. You take out Jaru as EnVy trying to take point B.
You lose that punching power at the front there that you saw him just continuously punch his way right through. Graviton Surge is going to be out, though, from Saini, but they don't really get all that much for it besides one kill onto Coco. EnVy with bodies on the point right now. McGravy also be wiped out, and now this will be EnVy taking point B now. Point C just ahead, but they don't need to go all the way to point C. They just got to make it all the way to the yellow box victory, which is in the halfway point here.
They have a Graviton Surge self-destruct here. Let's see what EnVision decides to do. EnVision getting a lot of ults. They just need to be, pretty efficient with these. They're going to launch the self-destruct in, and the grab is actually going to come out here. Oh, that's a beautiful grab coming in there for effect. As soon as the self-destruct comes in, you expected a lot of follow-up there from EnVision. It never comes through.
And that's a wrap.
And the EnVision, I mean, you don't get use out of a few ultimates there. You don't get anything out of your sound barrier, your nano boost, or your earth shatter. It's a beautiful play there from EnVyUs. As soon as the self-destruct comes in, they push all the way on through. They drop the Graviton Surge. Coco lands a Fire Strike, a pin straight through it. You're able to do a ton of damage, take out the remaining players there of EnVision. I wonder where was in terms of your EnVision, where was your nano boost there? Did you want to just hold on to it, or your sound barrier? We didn't get to see either of those used towards the end.
Yeah, it felt like it was a scattered game there for EnVision, right? Moments where they appeared to be in control. Well, EnVy, like I said before, they just ripped that right away from you.
Yeah.
And it's really insane to see how EnVy, could just play these different things. You have Timu just doing whatever he wants for as long as he wants on Hanzo. No one really figuring him out, right? No one really dealing much with him. But even then, while one could say, maybe he wasn't all that effective, he was still getting a lot of damage out there, right? He didn't get any crazy picks like we're used to seeing. But it's just a combination of this squad is so deadly, X.
Yeah, and I think Effect has been very good on the Zarya. It's just another thing that EnVy can throw at you. Just such a versatile team.
It's ridiculous. But now EnVision, as they make their way to Assault, have to figure out a way to bounce back in this series here. It's a very important game for EnVision. So we're going to go to a break. When we come back, the Analyst S is going to discuss all that we saw, and then we'll get on to Game 3.